Wow. Oh, I've got a double up there. Just noticed. Oopsie, on this screen. I'll just have to move that one up a little bit. Oh, I need to tweak these. Sorry about that. Good morning, everyone. Live on Facebook and YouTube. I'm not sure. I just went to check and I sort of couldn't find it, but it's saying it is here in the background. And I am live on Twitch Periscope as well. Now, I'm just going to drop these scrollers because I realise I have that on the direct screen. It's all this tweaking still, and I can finish with that one. That's the Be Live. So, good morning to you, Marie. Lovely to see you here. I just love your avatar. And Diana, lovely to see it. Oh, nice flower too. And good morning to Sharon. And we've got Judy here as well. Good morning. And over here we've got Sarah. Good morning to you. You know I love that four-leaf clover. And we've got Nikki. Good morning to you. Now I'll actually get into the, just got to drop a notification there. We'll actually get into the card spread reading pretty quick because on Thursdays I have other places to be in the morning. So it means I do need to be a little more organised and not quite so laissez-faire. Oh, however you pronounce that word anyway. So over we go to the cards. Do remember, turn on your own little intuition, psychic senses and etceteras. So that you're getting your own messages that are going to be more directly relevant for you. Okay, it really is a good way to practice what your inner being is letting you know, which is what my understanding really is of, it's one aspect of what psychic senses are. It's all only language, and we're here to try and understand ourselves and others. Oh, here we go. It is still the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck for those that may be new here and haven't seen what deck I use. It is the expanded edition, so that's what that's got there, the expanded edition. And you'll see that by this card here when we get to that one. So we've got the 5-card layout. This, where the young lady is the workspace. We have the home space where the bridges is. Up here in the snake, that's the unexpected position. We've got the compass. It's another one of the expanded edition cards. So the compass is in your role, and we have the coffin as the outcome. So it's a very interesting spread, quite different from what yesterday was, I'm feeling. So with that, we can actually look and contemplate here because the young lady's looking to the side that is actually indicative of the past. So we're actually, and I think probably very appropriate for this time of year too, as we're leading into Christmas, that we're actually looking and reflecting back on what pretty much the year has been. And there may be some things that we may have left out in our preparation for this Christmas period or for the end of the year coming up, or the end of some part of what we're planning to complete and then move on to the next. So that could be any combination of that type of thing for us, because we are needing to actually, it is the reflection, the reviewing is part of what we do as a natural aspect. Just to say, you're going out for your holiday and you're checking what have you forgotten, what have you left behind, have I got everything? It feels to me like that sort of thing. And I suppose for some of that more legal or contractual stuff and the rest, it's the I's dotted, the T's crossed, but not in that legal sense. You're just reflecting. So that's what I'm feeling with the young lady being in there, and it's bringing it's probably to do with some of those newer beginning things that we are hoping, planning for doing for next year, that we're looking at that too, and just seeing now which ones are we going to put our focus on to move them into 2021. So because they do take time, everything takes time. So, take the time to actually see that it's actually sitting well with you and the right one to move into the tomorrows. Here in the Bridges, this is the home base again still. So at this time of year, there's lots of decisions to make. I know I can see a little bit more of the in friends, more so than family, because we have a smaller family now. I do have a smaller family component now. And it's more about, you tend to know what everybody's deciding to do and everything leading up. Christmas is only next Friday. Not tomorrow. It's only a week away. Anyway, so, there's still a lot to do. And I think there's still many things to decide what to do in that family situation. And I'm starting to see in some of my friends, I haven't done my shopping yet and still got to wrap gifts and all sorts of things. And you sort of think, oh, the franticness of this time of year and the decisions that we've got to make. Not too many of them can be left until that later bridge. You do need to focus more on getting things done now. That is the energy around what is this time of year. But it's specifically, yes, there are things that need to be decided right now. And possibly some things done because of the shutdown that we get because of Christmas time and people going on their holidays. And yay, that we can actually start to think and plan around travelling around and going on holidays, not having to be restricted by staying at home and everything. So it is a freeing time right now, and making those decisions is going to be very interesting. This is where I feel the snake coming in. The snakes do protect their own. There he is in that tree. It's his space and he's wanting to protect it. He's popping up unexpectedly because the threat is usually unexpected for him too, or her. So being aware of when the snake pops in, it could be that there is some temptation that's going to pop in to overindulge in the spending for the gifts for everyone if you do the gift stuff. Even if you do Christmas, we assume that everybody does, but it's not. It's not the case. And it's not just because we don't have, that everybody doesn't have the money or anything. It's because the choices that we have to live our life as we decide what type, religion or otherwise belief system we're in. Not everybody is Christian and following a Christmas, a Christ's birthday. Not everybody has anything special at this time of year, in their belief system is what I'm trying to say. So be mindful that enjoy what you decide that you're wanting to actually put into place for your holidays. We are, it is in part of our cultural tradition in Australia as a Western society that Christmas and those holidays are ingrained in our society. So make the best of them in whatever way you want to. But don't be tempted by overindulging and doing what in a sense is not quite the right thing, so that you're paying for it later. That's what I'm getting from this. So that temptation, it will pop up, because that's what the snake can do for us at times. Good morning, Kat. How are you? And we've got Kathy popping in as well. Good morning. So that's the message I'm getting from Snake this morning. So don't be tempted. Use those good decision-making abilities that you've got to get things done in the right way. Choose what you need to for holiday season, all that type of thing. So that's where I'm feeling the presence of the snake is for that warning in some respects. 42, the compass. It's our role to actually stay aligned in what and this I think does come back to a bit in because it's this coming season in our own belief system, to stand true in what you want to actually be putting as your energy out into the world and aligning them. It was interesting because it did remind me yesterday of having a wonderful lady popping in needing some help, and what it was chakra alignment, chakra charging. That type of thing was part of what a treatment can entail. It really does need our energies to be aligned with who we are, and remembering to focus on that we ourselves have our ability to look at that compass, hold that. We only had this in our readings the other day. It wasn't too many days ago. And I was describing how, you've got to have it like almost gimbaled and finding its finding its north-south, and we finding our direction from that positioning. It is our responsibility to actually know, sense and gauge that direction that we're needing to go ourselves. No one can truly know that inner being of who we are but us, as to what direction we actually do want to go, what our pathway is in life. So that is a reminder that it's our role, it's our responsibility. Okay? Part of that is the outcome is actually letting some stuff go. And, we don't have to follow every other thing, every other what we're told by marketing and commercials and all sorts of things, and other people's beliefs and other people's telling us what to do and all of that sort of thing. What I'm feeling with this, as far as our outcome goes, is that we've been able to discern for ourselves. We are making our own decisions in where and what we want to do, believe, behave, all of that. It is our decisions, our choices, also our consequences. But we can actually let that be who we are and leave off, let the rest of that go, as you can see that spirit moving on to the next life, effectively, in this little story in this card. We can also know that what steps we're taking are moving us into our next step in our pathway. And what we don't need, what is actually that dead energy, can actually be moved on. And that is the outcome. It is being moved on because we are making those right decisions for us. And, if we spend that time with yourself, with that inner beingness, just going to go back to that. Oh, whoops, not in the right screen. Going back to that. When we spend time with ourselves in our own inner being and really, just suss out for us what's the big picture, how do we fit in. Yeah, sometimes it is difficult to work that out, and that's why these guidances from these cards are they are helpful for me. I'm hoping they are for you. It's just giving that little bit of a nudge sometimes to think, sit and think, and try to understand even better where we are in what we are doing in our lives, what's happening in our lives, and what we're deciding and what we're acting on, not just reacting to. Oh, good morning, Sarah. Wonderful to see you there. Lovely, lovely. So do spend some time in that quietness and listen to your inner being. Tune into these cards if you want to, or just even to yourself. And here, it's the listen here can be two different things. What is going on for you? What are you going to decide to do and move forward with it? So thank you for being here again this morning, and tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock I am moving on and out into my day, as you need to as well, I dare say. And thoroughly be you and enjoy, have laughs, love, all that is being alive in a really deep way. Sometimes we can just flit over things and it feels like everything's rushing, and take a breath and just sit and feel, sit and think, sit and, those moments will pop up. Enjoy them. I'm going to leave that, and until tomorrow morning, namaste.